Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you my January book haul. I didn't really buy too many books this month, and that's something that I'm actually really proud of. I feel like I really cut back on my book buying. It's something that I wanted to do in this new year, is to like really tailor my book buying to books that I will actually read and just kind of like narrow down my choices in my book buying. So I feel like I did like such a good job this month that I'm excited to share with you the books I have. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. One of the first books that I picked up this month is Nightchaser by Amanda Boucher. This is a sci-fi romance novel, and if you've been following me for a while, you know that sci-fi really is not my cup of tea. I just never seem to really click with sci-fi novels, but I'm trying to find, you know, something in the niche that I will like. So this one follows Tessa Bailey, who is a part of the galaxy's most wanted. Tessa's best hope is a tall, dark, and much too appealing stranger, Shade Ganavan, who says he can help her, but his motivations are far from clear. So I'm so excited to read this book. I love Amanda Boucher. I read her Kingkiller or Kingmaker Chronicles, whatever they were called, and loved them. She does romance so good. I'm so excited to read this and just find out all about this world. I think if anybody could sell me on like sci-fi, I think Amanda could probably do it. So I'm excited to give this one a shot and just kind of see where things go. I don't know if this is a series. I think it is. So this is just the first book that did actually just come out this month in January. So I cannot wait to get to this soon. I'm sure I will fly through it. Our book recommendation that I picked up this month is The Night Keepers by Jessica Anderson. Now this book is blurred by J.R. Ward on here, and it was actually recommended to me by fans of J.R. Ward, and I am so excited to read this because she blurbed it, said it was amazing, so like I have to know because I love J.R. Ward. I trust her opinion, and I just cannot. This is the first book in the Final Prophecy series. I don't know how many books are in the series, unsure. It involves a world where Mayan demons have like surfaced and there's like an apocalypse going on, but then there's like these descendants of like ancient warrior priests who are fighting back against these Mayan demons. It sounds really cool. I've never heard of anything like this. I think the premise of this book is just awesome, and I'm so excited to see what it's about. I do believe they are romance novels, so that's really exciting. Romance, demons, warrior, priest, descendants, like that sounds, sign me up. Like I'm excited to get into this. I've heard so much about this series and I've had it recommended to me several times, so I'm ready to give it a shot. Picked up this month Second Born by Amy A. Bartold. This is a rebellion book. Now I don't know much about it. It says that firstborns rule society, secondborns are the property of the government, thirdborns are not tolerated. Long live the Fates Republic. So it kind of gives me some like rebellion vibes, maybe overthrowing the government. Unsure. I have read Amy A. Bartold books before and I've enjoyed her writing, and this is kind of like, I think it's like a fantasy book. Unsure really truly, but I've heard a lot about it. I've heard good things about it. I really like the cover, so I'm excited to have it on my shelves and to be able to just give it a shot and see if I will enjoy it. The next book I picked up this month is The Right Mistake by K.A. Lindy. This is, I think, like the third or fourth book in her Right series. Unsure. It's a series that's like kind of like new adult that follows a group of brothers and like their romance stories. They're so good. I enjoy them so much. Her writing is, the characters are always like so humorous, and the situations that they find themselves in are realistic, and I relate to them sometimes. So I'm just excited to have this on my shelf. Plus I always love like this beautiful font that she gets with like the colors. So pretty. This one specifically follows Austin Wright, and I think it might be a sort of kind of second chance romance in a situation where they had been together like a few years ago, and then now it's like present day, and I assume things happen. Unsure, know that I'm going to love it and enjoy it. I cannot wait to get to this. Austin is the brother that's kind of like known as like the rebellious one, the bad boy who's like never serious about anything. So I'm excited for that, just to kind of see him be taken down by a woman. Next I picked up We Shouldn't by Vi Keelan. This is Vi's newest release and I'm so excited to have it on my shelf. This is an office romance and it actually has to do with the hero and heroine actually competing for like the same job, I believe. I don't know all the details yet. I don't really want to know the details. I don't even want to read the back because I don't want to give anything away. I just like going into her books not knowing anything about them because I know there's going to be romance. I know I'm going to love it, so like what more do I need? So I am so excited to read this book. I probably will get to this one pretty soon because I do get through her books really quickly. I know it is a bit of a chunker, but I love it. I love her writing, so I cannot wait to read this one soon. The next book that I picked up is Priest by Sierra Simone. I actually had picked up a book that's in this series a couple months ago and I just wasn't really sure what book it was in the series, and I think this one is the first book in that trilogy, whatever it is, unsure. And it follows a priest, and I know that there's smut in it. I don't know the whole storyline and I don't necessarily want to know the storyline because I love the cover and I trust Sierra Simone to give me a good romance story. I'm sure there's going to be smut in it. So I'm not really sure how this is gonna go. I've heard this one recommended though several times to me, so I'm excited to see. I don't know if it's like new adult or adult, but I do know it is romance. So I'm excited to get into this one and just find out what all the hype is about. The next book that I picked up this month is Roma King by Callie Hart. This is, I believe it's like a gang mafia book. It follows Pasha, who is like the oldest living member or whatever of like the Roma family. And he is out to find a wife now that he's like kind of taking over. I don't know much about it. I do know that I love Callie Hart's writing, and I do know it's probably going to be a dark romance story with plenty of smut, so I am so here for it. This one I don't really want to read about. There's a lot on the back on this one. Like, I think it probably maybe gives away maybe too much, so I don't want to read it. And I just want to go into it and just experience it and enjoy it. And I really love the cover. I love the font. I love everything about it. She has some of the best covers out there that I've seen. And I cannot wait to get into this one hopefully soon. I really, really, really can't wait to read it. I also picked up a volume of manga this month, and that is Blackbird, volume 13 by Kanoko Sakurakoji. This is, of course, the 13th volume of Blackbird, which I have been reading in this past year and enjoying and loving. It follows the story of a Sanka maiden who is, like, very, very valuable to demons, but, like, they want to eat her, so not necessarily valuable in a good way, but she, of course, falls in love with a demon, and it kind of is like their love story and crazy things happen, and I'm almost finished with the series, so I'm so excited to continue reading it. Cannot wait to get to this volume soon. The nice part about manga books is they are very quick reads, so I'm excited to get through this one. I love the artwork, even though there is lots of crying in it. Probably one of my most exciting for me purchases this month is the Kiss Thief by LJ Shen. I love LJ Shen. It's like no secret that I love her writing, love her books. She writes amazing romance stories that are like not normal, and I know that sounds really weird, but her characters are always like flawed. They're not perfect in any way, shape, or form, but they're like so realistic that they're so easy to relate to. This one is actually an arranged marriage novel, but it involves like a bit of a love triangle. I've been told that the love triangle like isn't too like incredibly bad though once you get into it, because as you guys probably know, I absolutely hate love triangles, but if there's anybody who could like write one appropriately and like make me get through the book, it's definitely LJ Shen. So I can't wait to get to this book. I think it has one of the most beautiful covers that I've seen so far coming out this year, and I'm excited to get to it and just kind of see how things go. I also purchased this month The Wicked King by Holly Black. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition with like a deleted scene in it. I also ordered this one signed, which was really exciting. I actually read The Cruel Prince last year and did not really enjoy it. I felt like I didn't love it as much as everybody else did. I didn't give it the best rating. I hated Cardan. I didn't really care for Jude. I really didn't care about any character, honestly, but I just want to be in on the hype. Everybody loved that book so much. I hated the ship. I did not ship the ship, Let me just get that said. I'm sure I will get a lot of hate for that, but I did not ship the ship. Okay, I'm sorry. But I'm really hoping that the Wicked King will sell me on the series. I want to like it. I want to be a fangirl for this series too. The one thing I will say though about it is Holly Black writes some of the most authentic fairy worlds that I've ever seen. A lot of like fantasy worlds with like fairies in them are like, the fairies actually come off very, fairies seem very like human, but in her world it's very obvious that they're something other than humans, and I really enjoy that aspect of it. I've heard a lot of people saying that this book ends on like a brutal cliffhanger though, so I don't know if I will necessarily be reading this one soon, just because I don't want to have to wait a year. Like, I don't want to get super invested in a book and then have to wait a year and then have to reread it when the new one comes out. So I do have this. I'm probably gonna let it stew on my shelf for just a little while waiting for the next book in the series to release, so eventually I'll pick this up, but for now at least I do have a copy on my shelf. That's awesome. This month I did also pick up some books by my favorite author, which was so exciting. I'm sure none of you are surprised, but I did pick up Lover Avenged by J.R. Ward. This is the paperback edition. I do already have this book in hardcover, but it is the next book up for me to read in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, and I didn't want to have to be carrying around the big hardcovers that like you could beat somebody up with. So I went ahead and I got a paperback copy of this book, which I'm totally okay with having two formats of this book because I absolutely love her works. This one in particular follows Revenge's story. I don't want to give away any spoilers for this series. I think that if like you have not picked up the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, if you enjoy romance, if you enjoy like crazy world building and all these other things, like please pick it up. You will enjoy it. You will be sucked in like I have been, and I cannot wait to get to this book soon. It's actually one of the next books that I plan on picking up, so cannot wait to get to. Plus, the cover, he has his purple eye. I think that's so cool that they did that. So excited to add this to my shelf, and yes, cannot wait to read it soon. Since I do enjoy the Black Dagger Brotherhood series so much, I am collecting it in hardcover, so I did also pick up Lover Unleashed by J.R. Ward in hardcover. This is a later book in the series than where I'm at. It follows Pain, I know that much. I don't want to know any more about it because I don't want to be spoiled for anything, but I have it on my shelf. It looks beautiful. There's a chick biting a guy, like perfect, love it, cannot wait to read it. And my most exciting purchase for the month of January is Blood Fury by J.R. Ward. This is a book in the Black Dagger Legacy, which is a spin-off from the Black Dagger Brotherhood involving like different characters but set in the same world. And I am nowhere near like getting to read this book, but I did find it signed on Barnes & Noble and I was so excited about it, so I immediately picked it up. It is now my pride and joy, and I'm so happy to have this book on my shelf. Makes my heart just, oh, so happy. So I cannot wait to get to this book. I do not know who this follows. I do not know where this book falls in the line of like reading timeline, but I will get to it eventually, and I'm so thrilled to have a signed J.R. Ward book on my shelf because that is like my dream. So this is my January book haul. Like I said, I didn't really go too crazy this month. I really have been tailoring my book buying to buying things that I know I will get through, and I know I will read all of these books, so I cannot wait to get to them. Let me know in the comments down below some books that you're really excited that you picked up this month, and I will see you soon. Bye!